Despite all appearances, Pokemon is no stranger to some weird or just plain creepy secrets in its games. I mean, just look at the Pokedex entry, let alone the design for Mimikyu. Its actual appearance is unknown. A scholar who once saw what was under its rag was overwhelmed by the terror and just died from the shock. And if you've watched the anime, this literally kills Meowth on multiple occasions, which to be honest is actually kind of funny considering that for Team Rocket that's just a regular occurrence at this point. Yeah, like I said, you can easily find stuff like this in pretty much every Pokemon game, and believe me, things get pretty interesting in Pokemon X and Y. Lumiose City is hands down the main attraction of the Kalos region. It's got shops, it's got an Eiffel Tower, it's got French villains. What more could you ask for? Well, there is one pretty weird secret that was going around when I originally played the game, and when I was thinking about ideas for this video, I just had to talk about it. If you head to the Northern Boulevard and enter this seemingly normal building, you'll find that like most other office buildings in the game, it's got some NPCs, it's got some floors, what's new? But if you use the elevator to go up to the second floor, upon exiting, the game will go into a pretty creepy event. The screen flashes back twice, and a Hex Maniac girl will suddenly appear behind you before sliding across the floor. Menacingly. After moving across the entire room with one step, the girl simply says, "No, you're not the one," before completely disappearing. Well, that sure wasn't ominous, spooky, or foreboding in any way, shape, or form. I'm just gonna go drown this 3DS in holy water. I'll be right back. After cleansing the demons from your cartridge, if you continue through North Boulevard and enter Hotel Rishisime, not to be confused with Hotel Oregano and Hotel Ravioli, and this time go to the 4th floor, you'll find the same Hex Maniac girl from before just standing in the corner of the room. Hey, you okay there? I mean, you're just kind of looking at this wall. It interesting? No? Okay. Upon attempting to talk to this girl, she just tells you not to talk to her because if you do, she won't be able to hear the elevator? Alright, well, sorry to bother you. I'm just gonna not be here right now. This mystery has never really been solved since it was discovered, but the most popular theory around it is that this ghost girl was just haunting the boulevard, waiting for someone to come back to her. Further supporting this is text on the back of the timetable in Lumiose Station, also found in the Northern Boulevard by the way, which reads, "I'm going to go get help, but wait in the regular spot." Pretty spooky stuff. Makes you wonder who the Lumiose City ghost girl is really waiting for all along.
That's Mama Luigi.
Wait,
to you, Mario.
was she just waiting for the ghost of Luigi all along? Nah, probably not. Anyone who's played the original Pokemon games has probably heard of MissingNo at one point or other, of being a super rare, glitchy, pseudo-legendary Pokemon. While MissingNo has been somewhat ironically missing from the last few generations, there's still a few cool things that are actually hidden about this mythical Pokemon in the originals. The setup for finding MissingNo is actually pretty easy. All you gotta do is watch this old dude catch a Pokemon, fly to Cinnabar Island and surf a bunch, and then for some reason the game has a seizure and calls it MissingNo. MissingNo has 5 forms, of which I like to call Tetris Piece, Literally Ghost, Super Skeleton Bros, and Communism Cube, but the one you'll actually get depends on the character in the 3rd, 5th, or 7th slot of your name. But no matter which form you find it in, MissingNo is actually always a bird normal type Pokemon. Now, I know what you're thinking, bird type Pokemon don't exist, I call shenanigans. And I ask, please hold your shenanigans, because MissingNo is one of the only 2 bird type Pokemon in the game. Bird type was a scrap Gen 1 type thought to be replaced with flying type later because, as you can probably imagine, classifying Charizard as a fire bird type probably wouldn't go so well. The other bird type Pokemon is whatever this says, MissingNo's sister Pokemon, and for some reason this one evolved in the Kangaskhan at one point. From what I know though, M00 appears in the exact same way using the exact same glitch as part of the possible wild encounters in the area, and if you have an odd number of characters in your name, it'll be level 80, as opposed to having an even numbers and finding it at level 0. Man, I wish my name did cool stuff in real life. Then again, I don't really know what I'd do if I was just swimming one day and this appeared in front of me. Not gonna lie, I'd probably do a lot of whatever this is. Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver are my favorite and what I could argue to be the best Pokemon games of all time. Although I might be a little bit biased because Soul Silver was the first Pokemon game I've ever played, but there are still some things that even people like me who have sunk hundreds of hours into the game have never seen before. One being the impossible Arceus event. This event is so hard to trigger that the method for its activation is literally in another game. Because in order to even start the event, you'll need a special exclusive Arceus from Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum. But in order to even get that Arceus to start the event, you need to start another event in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, this time involving an item called the Azure Flute. And how do you get that item? You can't, because out of all of these Sinnoh event items, this one was the only one never to be distributed. But let's say you somehow break into Nintendo and manage to find the distribution card for the event, you then have to plug it into another DS where you have to start the event and receive it on your own copy of one of the Sinnoh games. But we have technology, so getting the flute is actually a lot easier than that. Anyways, now with the Azure Flute, if you head to Spear Pillar at the top of Mount Coronet and step one tile north from the entrance, you'll be prompted to use the flute, which will unlock the Hall of Origin, where you'll finally be able to battle, and hopefully catch and not accidentally one-hit KO Arceus. But we're only halfway through actually getting the Soul Silver event to start, and we technically haven't even opened the game yet. Anyways, if you trade the Arceus over to your copy of Heart Gold or Soul Silver and head to the Ruins of Alph, you'll be able to talk to this dude, and then for some reason you just get teleported to the Sinjo Ruins, a place that probably exists, but actually doesn't. That's because according to the game's lore, the Sinjo Ruins are north of Johto and not even part of any known region, and it's instead some weird blend of Sinnoh and Johto's culture. But Cynthia's here too, so yay! Anyways, after some Sinnoh exposition in a log cabin, it's finally time for the event to actually start. By standing in one of these circles on the mystery stage, Arceus literally starts to recreate reality. You think this is a stretch, but that is not Sinnoh or Johto, that is an Arceus using our world to build another planet Earth, and it's an egg. Woohoo! In all seriousness, depending on which circle you stood in, the egg just hatches into one of the legendary mascots of Diamond, Pearl, or Platinum, and with that, the event just ends. I mean, yeah, that was cool and all, but why was any of that even necessary if all I had to do was to trade a Pokemon from another game to get a Pokemon from the same game that I could have just caught normally and traded over instead? What the fuck? Wait, now I can have 2 Giratinas instead of 1? Never mind, that was totally worth it. Hey everyone, that's all for today guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to let me know by dropping a like down below. And if you think there's anybody else who might like a couple of weird Pokemon mysteries, you can also share the video with them as well. It really helps the channel out. And if you've got any more weird Pokemon or gaming mysteries or anything that's just cool enough to talk about, leave a comment and I might just make it in my next video. And as always, if you're new here, for more content weekly, don't forget to smash that squishy up subscribe button for more. And hit the notification bell so you won't miss a single upload. Thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, I'll be back in a flash.